Yeah, I'm full-time right now. This year was the year that I quit any type of job. I used to have part-times before this. So last year I worked at School of Rock as a musical singer instructor, vocal instructor. That's what it is.
I think B-Rose was talking about that too, right?
Yeah.
School of Rock.
Yeah. She actually, so yeah, I'm familiar with B-Rose. She's outstanding, man. She's such an amazing singer. And I think it was Jessica Manalo, if you're familiar with Jessica Manalo.
Yeah.
She's also, she's an artist in town. Well, not here anymore. She's in Portland now. But she got me a part-time job at School of Rock, which eventually turned into more hours. And last year, it was like the coolest job ever. You're just teaching little kids how to sing and stuff. And I love children. So that worked out. But after I started getting more gigs, it wasn't fair to the kids that I'd be taking so many days off. And I felt like I was just a bad instructor for doing that. And then I was being overwhelmed with, I mean, it's good to be overwhelmed with gigs that you want to do. So
Yeah, 100%.
So then I quit this year. I just told myself, well, it's time to see if we could do it full time. And I've wanted to do this. I did that a couple times, like in 2015 and in 2016, but I wasn't ready. And now I realize like what it feels like to be ready. So yeah.
Thanks. So you completely quit the 9-to-5 rat race and you just went straight for like chasing your goals in your personal career.
Yeah.
Do you advise people just kind of like up and quit and like chase their passion, or how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the situation that a lot of people actually would rather kind of like, well, let me have $15,000, $20,000 saved up in the bank just in case, and I want to have these kind of like money coming in on the side, and they kind of give themselves these I guess goals that they want to meet first, but they're not really like taking that time to pursue it, and that could take them 5-10 years before they come up with that money to have their safety net, you know?
Right.
Would you advise to kind of just like go straight into it, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, like I said, I tried to just quit completely part-time jobs that I had in 2015, 2016, and both those times didn't work. And I think it had to do with my confidence in my abilities.
So you had tried to quit before? Okay.
Yeah, like my goal has always been to just do everything that I want 100%. I mean, I've always worked my whole life. I think that I'm such a workaholic in that way. Like when I was a kid, my mom used to put me in those modeling competitions like Robert Powers and stuff.
What are you talking about? The ones that would come to the malls or like it's like also like Disney Talent Search or something like that?
Yeah, and then like she put me into that and I really didn't like it, but that was the thing. So that was like when I was 7 or 8. And then my mom's a hustler too. She always like loved business and exchanging products for money. And so when I was like 10 or 11, my mom opened up shop at the outdoor swap meet, the Broadacres swap meet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I grew up in northeast Las Vegas.
Shout out Broadacres.
Yeah, dude, I love Broadacres.
I'm Mexican. I grew up there.
No, I feel you, dude. I feel you. Yeah, so we lived right across the street from there. And then I went to school at Von Tobel Middle School, which is literally across the street there too.
Yep.
So what I would do is like I'd go to middle school, and then on weekends I had no life because I would be helping my mom set up shop every weekend to do like the tent and put all the merchandise out. And then I learned how to like do business with people. And so I think I'm very used to the idea of business and just like always working to exchange something for something. And when I got like a real job, it just felt too like something was missing, like the passion or the just like the rush of being with doing something that you really enjoy. And my mom, I could see that in her eyes when she did that in Broadacres, and when I would help her, it was like, wow, this is super cool that my mom's doing her own thing as this tiny little 4'11" Filipino lady, you know, and she's having a great time. And so I've always wanted to be my own boss, essentially. And so I just tried a couple of times, like I said, and then it had to do with my confidence. I really feel that, like, I feel as though my abilities back then weren't as good as they are now. And I had to kind of make sure I had these projects that I believed in. Like Photos for the People is a portrait event I do every month.
Right.
And then I started that just on a whim on my birthday because my friend was like, wouldn't it be cool that like you would do something where you do a portrait and you just block out the whole day to shoot people? And I was like, yeah, it would be cool. And also I'm an old lady inside, I would say. Like I don't like partying very much.
Yeah.
So on my birthday, I was like, dude, that would be dope to just have like friends over and then I shoot portraits of them at an affordable price because a lot of people need these like headshots and professional images. So it sprouted from then, and as each month kept going on, I saw myself getting better, but it took time for me to say, man, I really believe in Photos for the People as a thing. This is a thing. And it went hand in hand with my musical abilities. I was, very shy. At the start of my musical journey, I would forget my lyrics because I got so nervous. I had stage fright. I still get really afraid before a performance, but then I deal with it better now. So it took the experience of just seasoning myself with each photo session or with each show that I did to be like, man, I'm good enough. I'm as good as anybody who's on a label or whatever. Like to have those words in your mind and say, man, yeah, you're good enough to do what you got to do, and you're giving in the way that you know best. So now I'm at that point. I'm like, man, yeah, I feel it. It feels really a good place, and I'm not scared of, I don't know, like not having money or whatever. I think that it comes naturally when you put yourself out there and people know what kind of service you can offer. So